This video is to show how to run envelopes on the RISO SF5130. So similar to any other prints, you just simply walk up to the machine, open the lid, and place your envelope. So I've thrown together a quick envelope here. You just want to make sure you get it as centered as possible. If you can see, you have a center point, but then you also have these two little markers that can help you as well. So once you've got it down, just close your lid. And from there, again, the machine will switch over to our master making mode. And what it's simply doing is go, okay, I'm ready for a new job here. From there, you just simply press start. And what's happening now is it's removing the old master, which is the previous job, and placing the new one all around the color cylinder. From there, once it is complete with that process, it will go ahead and print out what's called a test print. That test print has the purpose of showing you what the actual prints will look like. On an envelope, it's real important because you want to make sure you're lined up properly and everything looks good. So the first print spit out of the machine looks good. We've got our information from our scanned image in the proper place on our envelope, and we're good to go. So from there, we just come back to the control panel, and I'm just going to tell it to print us 15 envelopes. You can put in as many as you want. What we do recommend is to print maybe 100 at a time. Not a good idea to just stick a whole box of envelopes in the machine as max as it'll go and then let it just try to shoot it through. You may run into a few jams that way, mainly because keep in mind an envelope is actually 4 pieces of paper folded over each other filled with air. So a little bit of a challenge to do that. But once you've got your master made, you just simply press your start button. And what will happen is now the machine will go through its process of actually printing. We've got it printing. It's about 130 pages a minute that we're going through. And you can see it's spitting out the envelopes very, very quickly. So now we've got our job completely done. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about loading the envelopes. So if you'll notice, I've got the envelopes loaded already in the paper tray. If you need it to change, always remember to press the release button. So what that does is actually lower the tray down so that I can easily remove the paper. From there, I can pull it all the way out, and then the machine will go down. When I'm using envelopes, if you'll notice, I've got pretty good envelopes here. They're nice and white, but I also don't have lots of wrinkles on them. I don't have them where they've been stored in a non-climate controlled environment or anything like that. But believe it or not, the RISO does just as well with the cheap envelopes from Staples as it does with some fancy envelopes you buy on the internet or whatever. But that's how you would load your envelopes there. We showed how to print those, and that is envelope printing on the RISO SF5130.